Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're diving into something we all use in some way, shape, or form: rewards, whether it's for our kids, our teams at work, or even just for ourselves. But we're going to look at how to build a healthier and, frankly, a smarter system that goes way beyond the usual go-to, you guessed it, sweets. I mean, come on, we've all heard this, right? Most of us have probably even said it. Using treats to get things done feels so normal, almost like a reflex. It seems pretty harmless, just a simple little bargain. But what's really going on in our brains when we do this? And is it even a reward in the first place? Okay, so first things first, we've got to get a really important scientific distinction straight. It's something behavior scientist BJ Fogg points out we get wrong all the time. We throw around the words incentive and reward like they're the same thing, but they are worlds apart. An incentive, as you can see, is a promise about the future, like getting that candy after the room is clean. But a true reward, the kind that actually hardwires a habit into your brain, that has to be immediate. We're talking milliseconds after the action. And here's the science behind why that speed is so critical. The second you get that immediate positive feeling, your brain releases a little hit of dopamine. That's the chemical that basically runs your brain's whole reward center. It's like your brain is high-fiving itself saying, "Whoa, that was awesome! Let's do that again!" You repeat that process enough times and the behavior starts to become second nature. It literally becomes automatic. All right, so if immediate rewards are the secret sauce for building habits, then what's the big deal with using food? Well, notice the phrasing here, edible incentives, because that's usually what they are. And this is exactly where things start to get a little messy and where the long-term problems really begin. And look, it's a totally fair question, right? What's the real harm? A cookie for getting an A on a test or a pizza party after a big win at work? That seems like a totally fine, even fun way to celebrate. But when you look at the research, a very clear pattern of negative consequences starts to emerge. See, when we constantly use food as the go-to prize, it forges this incredibly powerful psychological connection. It basically teaches our brains that food is the tool we use to manage our feelings. We eat to celebrate when we're happy, and we eat for comfort when we're sad. Studies actually show this can make kids crave those sugary, high-fat foods even more. And maybe most importantly, it messes with our ability to just listen to our body's natural signals for hunger and fullness. So what it all boils down to is a choice between two very different paths. On one side, you have food rewards, which can end up encouraging emotional eating and actively working against your health goals. But on the other side, non-food rewards build a rock-solid foundation for real long-term change because they actually support a balanced, healthy approach. So that brings us to the exciting part, the solution. Because here's the really good news. We're not stuck with these old patterns. We can absolutely design a better system. We can literally rewire our brain's reward pathways. And this, right here, is the core idea. This is the whole game. The goal is to break the link between feeling good, feeling satisfied, and consuming calories. It's all about finding new ways to get that amazing dopamine hit, but without the side of sugar. And when you start to do this, the benefits are honestly huge. You begin to dial down what scientists call hedonic hunger. That's basically eating for pleasure, not because your body actually needs fuel. Eating because you're bored or stressed. This, in turn, helps build much stronger connections for the habits you actually want to create. And you start to develop healthier outlets for managing all of life's ups and downs. Okay, theory is great, but let's get practical. What does this actually look like in day-to-day life? Let's build out a whole new reward toolkit, and we're going to cover ideas for kids, for schools, and yep, even for the workplace. When it comes to kids, the options are actually amazing because they tap right into what kids already value. Things like active rewards, a trip to the playground, extra time to ride a bike, they link good behavior with being healthy and having fun. Social rewards, like playing a board game together, are huge for strengthening that family bond. Privileges, like getting to pick the movie, give them a sense of control and independence. And of course, small tangible things like stickers or cool pencils give that quick sensory win that helps lock in a behavior. And what's so cool about rewards like this one, playing outside, having that family game night, is that the reward itself is a positive, healthy experience. It builds memories, it strengthens relationships. The reward isn't just something you get, it's a moment you actually get to share. Now, we can take this same idea and apply it straight to schools, but we have to be smart and make it age appropriate. For the little ones in elementary school, it's all about novelty and being recognized. So think sticker charts or a special pajama day. Then, when you get to middle school, the social world is everything. So rewards like getting to listen to music during classwork can be huge. And by high school, the focus really shifts to autonomy and social status, things like a coveted no homework pass or getting free tickets to a school event. And hey, this isn't just for kids, not by a long shot. In the workplace, getting creative beyond the classic box of donuts can have a massive impact on morale. Thoughtful gifts show that a company is actually invested in its people's well-being. Noise-canceling headphones? That's a gift of focus. Ergonomic gear? That's a gift of physical health. It's about aligning the rewards with the company's actual values. All right, so we've got all these fantastic ideas for home, school, and work. But ideas are one thing, right? To really make them work, you need a system. So let's pull all this together into a practical framework that can turn these ideas into a real engine for building habits that stick. Okay, I want you to listen to this because we have all thought something like this. This is a perfect example of what experts call a perverse reward. It's a reward that completely contradicts the goal you just worked so hard to achieve. You put in all that effort to be healthy, only to celebrate by undoing some of that hard work. But what if we flipped that on its head? The most powerful mindset shift you can make is this one right here. The best rewards don't contradict the habit, they reinforce it. They take you deeper into the identity you're trying to build. If you've been consistent with yoga, the reward isn't a milkshake, it's a new high-quality yoga mat. The reward actually fuels the habit. Okay, so here's a simple 5-step framework to actually put this into practice. First up, and this one is absolutely key, reward the behavior, not the outcome. You reward yourself for showing up to the gym 3 times, not for losing a pound, because you can control the showing up. Second, create different levels. Use small, immediate rewards for your daily habits, maybe listening to a great podcast after your workout, and save the bigger stuff for major milestones. Third, schedule guilt-free breaks. This is not about being a robot. Rest is a crucial part of consistency. Fourth, write it down. Make a visual tracker. It makes the whole system feel real and reinforces your progress every time you check a box. And finally, number 5, tell someone. Share your system with a friend. It adds this amazing layer of accountability and makes the wins that much sweeter when you can celebrate together. So I want to leave you with a question to really take with you. Think about one habit you're working on right now. What is one small, non-food reward that you can give yourself immediately after you do it this week? It can be as simple as spending 5 minutes listening to your favorite song, or stepping outside for a quick walk, or just the pure satisfaction of checking a box on your new chart. The key is to start small and make it immediate. And that right there is how you start building habits that actually last.